晚上好呀，晚上好呀，好柯南哦！我今天开了3次台，因为第一次就切错号，然后呢，我就再开了一次。刚开了一次的时候呢，我家猫咪在发疯，要处理了一下，现在是第3次的开台。我只是想玩个游戏，很难哦，应该没事了，现在应该可以了吧？我猜的。对的，我猜应该可以了吧。然后呢，今天要玩的游戏它有配音的，所以呢，我就不用太苦恼去给它配音。然后可能有一些文字档、文稿的部分，我会稍微读一下。可能到晚上时间我不想念的时候，我也会安静下来。那么呢，大家陪我玩个游戏吧。嗯，这个游戏呢是一个还蛮旧的游戏，就可能有5、6年了吧。嗯，这个游戏是在 Steam 上面可以购买，然后它在 iOS 上面也有，然后 Nintendo Switch 上也有。这是一个还蛮可爱的，就游玩过程里面还蛮可爱的一个小游戏。嗯，然后我要把什么关掉？我把手机的那个东西关掉，然后我要把屏幕打开。对，应该有听到声音吗？大家？我看 OBS 上面有。然后，因为我今天外面家里人还蛮多的，可能我讲话的时候你会听到我外面家里人在讲话，就大家理解一下。对的，嗯，我们这游戏很可爱的，但我觉得因为我以前有玩过，但就忘了差不多了，重新玩一次。但我觉得那个结局是可以做得更好的，所以呢，一起玩吧，就当成一个小说类型的游戏看一下也可以啊。还有，因为我麦调整了一下，所以我不确定你们听的时候那个声音是怎样的。如果太大声、小声，请告诉我，我要去调整一下。African，你这样有点忘返。我们选恐怖吧。我开场有点氛围感。好的，这就是一个小小的解谜游戏。所以呢，大家在游玩的过程里面，你会发现我是一个多么笨的人。对，但没事的，我们可以解决的。多笨的人都可以解决问题的。按错了。对，然后把它整排过去。稍微有一点包容了，所以呢，可以 好了。很可爱。然后我刚跳出来了，调整了一点小东西，我要把那个音量什么的调一下。我耳机那边听有点大声，所以给我一点点的时间，我把它调小一点点。对，不然耳机太难受了。对，我猜你们那边应该还好吧？继续喽。这样睡不舒服，打自己。
What? Oh, I must have dozed off. Perhaps we need a spot of tea to wake us up. What do you say, Rufus?
好可爱哦。
Yes, quite right. Better get back to work. This book won't write itself. Maybe I should start somewhere easier. I'll come back to the prologue later. The sun rose over another perfect day in picturesque Arthurton. To the casual observer, Arthurton seemed like any other small, quiet town. It was nestled in a valley between two mountains,
不好意思，我一
lined
直
by
按到外
lustrous
面，
forests, and perched on the edge of a pristine lake.
按到外面它就会没有配音，音乐也会停掉，就是老游戏的固
It
定
had a
风格。
main street with all the essentials, including a place to sip coffee. It had schools, a college, a church, and a police station. It even had a museum no one ever visited. It was the kind of place you might find anywhere on your travels. Typical, maybe even forgettable. But there was one thing in Arthurton that was unlike any other town in the whole world. Actually, it was a girl. Her name was Jenny LeClue, and she was the world's greatest detective. Finkelstein residence. Oh, hello, Glenda. Yes, he said he might ring. Okay, patch me through then. Richard? Yes, I got it. I did, and my answer is no. I understand that, but... Well, yes, of course, but... No. Nothing is settled. I'm not going to do it. It goes against everything my books stand for. No, not yet, but... If I could just... Please, listen to what I'm saying.
然后这里就是互动环节，你就可以随意按一下。哦，有东西找到了艺术品。好的，钢笔不能动，铅笔可以。关灯开灯。这个东西一直动的东西。第一张 就跟刚刚旁白说的一样。对，这里就是下半部分。还有什么可以按？这个，好，放大一下。你好，我是那个刚刚那个作者，那个老人家 Jenny 的线索已经推出第38集，也是他至今最欢乐的冒险。谢谢所有喜欢 Jenny 的新旧粉丝，你们的支持一向都是动力。以下回答各位的问题，无论你们听到什么传言，Jenny 系列还是会继续推出，只要我的钢笔还有墨水打字机还有色带，我就会写下去。没错，风格还是一样，我拒绝改变我的创作公司。Everton 永远是个平安欢乐的地方。这里应该是他的粉丝，我猜啦，就是有很多人支持他的作品吧。对的。好的。有什么可以看？一封信。看看。好的 ，Richard 是那个刚刚打电话给他的那个。然后，别让我不养老友，我恐怕有坏的消息，不好启齿，所以我附上最新的书籍销量。真的有必要让我练吗？中文这么差。现在年轻读者想要更多悬疑和危险的元素 ，Jenny 越来越胆怯，而重复的冒险让你逐渐流失掉读者。倒是有个好消息，店家来不及取消下一本书的订单，所以我们再给你最后一次机会，看你能不能让这个老女孩有一线的生机。我们希望你真的写出一个真正的谋杀疑案，开始杀人，增添一点戏剧性。总而言之，如果你不加把劲，这本书恐怕将是Jenny 与最后的欢呼声。然后红色的字应该是老人家写的，对的，对。然后这里是后面一页。另外有一个好消息，终于有真正的报社记者评论你最新的书了。不想念了。Jenny 的线索字不见了，果酱上名字。38集，希望是最后一集。早已过了该系列的巅峰时期。Jenny 的线索曾是全球儿童爱戴的推理小说，如今沦为平庸之作。我可以毫无保留地说，这是我看过最烂的儿童读物，竟然还会有家长喜爱。不必怀疑，看了这个糟糕的低俗作品有害儿童的脑袋。如果你作者发挥不出他的想象力，甚至无法呈现早期作品的品质和趣味，也许他只想靠这些书大捞一笔，没人知道。我只知道完全是在浪费时间。即便只看第一章，我费尽全力也很难看到不睡着。这种垃圾读物期续出版才是 Everton 唯一的谜团。我这位读者几乎死于无聊。这本书倒是有一个优点，很适合当门档。门档好啊，还是有优点的。我想这一切可能会让你震惊，但我们应该与时俱进，加入一两起的murder case， 一点点真正的悲剧，如何？也许你脑中还有精彩的故事，我晚点打电话给你讨论。我对你的创作生涯很抱歉，但是振作点好吗？Richards。然后下礼拜打壁球嘛，至少你很快就有时间练发手拍了。你好坏哦。那销量又怎样？你还约他打球？所以刚刚老人家跟那个打电话的人就是讲了，他有收到那个编辑说他销量不好，然后呢就希望他改变他风格，加入真正的杀人案， 然后因为它是儿童读物，然后作者就不愿意，所以呢，他就给他的粉丝们呢，就写了这一封信，应该是这样吧。
You don't understand what you're asking for. You want me to turn Jenny's world upside down? Kill off my characters and destroy everything I've built over the last 30 years? Fine. I'll give you what you want. But I warn you, I'm a stream of consciousness writer, and you have unleashed my fury. Good day, sir. Boring? Predictable? Bah! Well, if it's murder they want, it's murder they'll get. It should have been another perfect day in Arthurton. But today was different, and nothing would ever be the same again. To begin with, Jenny LeClue was dead. Her skin was pale, her eyes glassy and frozen. What cruel fate had befallen our beloved detective?
No, no, no! Never move the victim!
Mrs. LeClue, she's doing it again.
Jenny LeClue, you are a dead body. Dead bodies don't talk.
Julie，然后他是一个前侦探，叫愚蠢的学生，可怕的厨师，优秀的妈妈，就是 Jenny 的妈妈。
But he's doing it wrong! As wonderful as it would be if all cadavers were so talkative, we must deduce the cause of death without their help. With only the evidence laid before us, we build a picture from the fragments left behind. We collect clues, interpret the data, and solve our puzzle one piece at a time, until it feels as if the victim is speaking to us. But Jenny is right, Jonathan. You mustn't disturb the crime scene. Vital evidence could be lost.
Sorry, Mrs. LeClue.
Okay, you've all had a chance to study the body? Who can postulate how she met her demise?
Ooh, me? I think it was an accident.
Yeah, she obviously wasn't looking where she was going
So she slipped on the wet floor,
and cracked her head open. Like an egg.
and then she bled to death.
Really? How can you tell?
Well, there's a giant pool of blood around her head.
Yeah, I know. I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
Actually, you're both wrong.
What?
It was cold-blooded murder.
Murder?
Don't be ridiculous.
Where's the murder weapon?
There's no evidence anyone else was even here.
Oh yes, there is. It was murder. And I can prove it.
好可爱，他好可爱，好多话。
Jenny had read all the books. She'd absorbed all her mother's teachings. But there was nothing quite like getting your hands dirty.
How many people get the chance to solve their own murder?
The first step in any good deduction was collecting evidence. Seemingly insignificant details could provide a vital piece of the puzzle.
First, I'll search the crime scene for clues.
Then she'd analyze the data. And finally...
Deduce the real cause of death.
好的，现在是互动环节，我看到这个艺术品，还有下面这里还有一个，先把看到的东西先拿，然后呢，哦，这里还有一个，太棒了。然后刚刚他说要找
The floor is
证据
wet and slippery, but also immaculately clean.
鞋子脏脏的，
Approximately 8 sizes too big. And
大
covered in
太
mud.
多了吧？大太多真的会绊倒哎。咖啡，
What a waste of perfectly good coffee.
Jenny's love for coffee was almost as strong as her passion for crime solving.
Chalky green residue on the rim. Smells like burnt matches.
哎，这里也有艺术品。 然后眼
Without her
睛，
trusty bifocals, Jenny couldn't see the nose in front of her face. They were her window to the world and the lens through which she focused her keen detective vision.
眉毛好短哦，好可爱哦。
It wasn't Jenny's style to wear accessories, but this hair clip was the exception. Its function as a lockpick had saved Jenny from a long night trapped in her school locker. She'd worn it ever since.
很棒很棒，开锁的，它是毒死的。
The victim has a green smudge on her lips. It's not lipstick.
然后呢，有
There's
血
no，doubt the victim lost a lot of blood.
还有一个线索，获了。
Jenny's blue sweater was scruffy and quite uncomfortable, but her grandmother had knitted it, and so it was her favorite. The more it itched, the closer she felt to her.
I've seen enough. Time to wrap this case up.
Jenny was a meticulous record keeper, noting every relevant clue in her trusty journal. A great detective knew that solving a mystery was simply a matter of connecting the dots.
I'm certain this wasn't a mere accident. Now I just need to prove it.
我为
How
什
do
么
I
知
know
道
the victim didn't slip?
死者没有滑倒？就是因为湿湿的地板，然后他的鞋子有李铃，进行推理。
The victim's boots are filthy. They should have left big muddy footprints on the floor. So where are they?
Where are they?
Either someone washed away her footprints, or she was carried here. Okay, that proves she didn't slip. So how did she actually die? What was the real cause of death?
咖啡杯还有嘴巴，他是被毒死的。
There's a green residue in the bottom of the victim's coffee cup. It smells of burnt matches. Phosphorus. Also found in common garden fertilizer. The same green mark is on the victim's lips. Her coffee was spiked with fertilizer. Someone clearly wanted her dead. Ah, the case of the dead lab assistant. Gone before her time. Was it poison? Yes. A blow to the head? Yes. An accident? Certainly not. No footprints in an unshattered mug? She was killed somewhere else and carried here. This is the story of a scorned ex-lover,
Jenny?
the gardener, enacting his revenge.
Jenny!
A deadly brew of fertilizer and caffeine coursing through the veins.
That's quite enough, thank you.
你怎么
What
知道？
happens to the gardener?
Is this gonna be on the test?
Remember, class, even the smartest criminals make mistakes. This is how we catch a killer.
But what's the point of all this?
Yeah, there hasn't been a murder in Arthurton in years.
Every town has a dark side, even Arthurton. By doubting, we are led to question. And by questioning, we arrive at the truth. Okay, that's all for today. Don't forget, next class is our field trip to the morgue. So have a light lunch.
哦，那 field trip 不好玩，好可怕。好的，然后我还是要调整一下耳机的音量，稍等我一下。为什么这么大声呢？这会好一点吗？然后呢，我还要把这个东西移除掉，它挡到我的荧幕了。乖哦，干嘛呢？是的，等待。是的，你先当下去。好，继
The
续。
students need to think for themselves, Jenny. That's why they're here at Gumboldt. To learn.
Gumbo，
I just figured we all had places to go. Speaking of which,
And where are you off to, young lady?
I'm a dead body mom, remember? Dead bodies don't tell. See ya.
我告诉你，
Before you go, I have something for you.
Cool. What is it?
If I told you, that would spoil the fun, wouldn't it?
The LeClues didn't simply hand each other presents, they hid them. It was a family tradition, and Jenny had developed a sixth sense for finding them. With her trusty magnifying glass at her side, nothing eluded her.
拿的东西过江吧，然后按住，不对，妈妈，外面后面没有那个鞋子。哦，
A new
笨笨。
journal!
To Jenny, there was nothing better than the aroma of a fresh leather notebook. It smelled like mystery. Without missing a beat, she did what any detective worth their salt would do. She decorated it.
右下角吧，我可以更换诶。更换我要这个，可以放大吗？哦，不能。这样，贴上去，然后加一个这个。它可以缩小一点。为什么你这么奇怪？它那个点点好奇怪啊！它调到最小了，应该。还有吗？没有了，就这么多了。那加一个爱心吧。不行，它点坏了。这样，好的，就这样。
A
Wait.
new journal meant new adventures. She imagined all the thrilling cases that would soon fill its pages. And on the first page, her mother had written an inscription.
A great detective never gives up. Love, Mom.
哦，好棒哦，妈妈。然后说的换页，换页是这样，装饰，这就是要加一个爱心的妈妈，什么时候都是的，辛苦妈妈了。然后多加一个吧，妈妈值得有2个，对的，妈妈需要有2个爱心的。我是妈妈。这样不行，我觉得可以斜一点，这边。好的，可以了。更换标志，地图选项。对对对，有这个东西。你可以选你的选项，然后它会知道你是什么个性。我都忘了，很好哦。
I love it. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Jenny, I wanted to talk about, to say,
Somewhere in the back of Jenny's highly caffeinated brain, an alarm bell was ringing. Her mum was hesitating. What could be causing her to act so out of character?
看看哦，眼睛、衣服、手。
Crossed
Oh.
arms. Furrowed brow.
Jenny saw it coming from a mile away. Her mother was about to get
Emotional. I've really gotta go.
no, Jenny, wait. I need your help.
What? Really?
Jenny couldn't believe her ears. It was extremely unusual for her mother to ask for help. It must be something very important. Tracing the steps of a deranged killer? A cold case that only someone with Jenny's expertise could solve?
I've misplaced the students' essays on decapitation. See if you can find them for me before you leave. I have to run.
Wow. The case of the misplaced papers. Are you sure you want to trust me with such a complex task?
I have no doubt you'll be able to find them. They're around here somewhere.
Jenny was unsure if her mother was unable to detect sarcasm or just really good at ignoring it.
帮忙啊。
Okay, Mom. I'll find them before I leave. On one condition.
Yes?
You have to let me help grade them.
One of Jenny's favorite pastimes was grading papers. Nothing pleased her more than giving a big shiny F to an overconfident student.
Don't push your luck.
Please.
Okay.
Yes.
Find the papers and go straight home.
But I'm meeting Keith tonight.
No buts, remember?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm still feeling the effects of being poisoned for your class.
Well then, I have the perfect antidote. You're staying with your cousin this weekend, and you still need to pack.
This again. Look, I've considered your offer, Mom, and I'm going to have to decline. I'm old enough to take care of myself.
I'll be back late tonight. There's meatloaf in the fridge.
放不底。
Late again? What are you up to?
Jenny LeClue, it's been a difficult week. Could you please just do what you're told for once and stop asking questions?
Fine.
And try to stay out of trouble.
When do I ever get into trouble?
好可爱。
All right, let's find these papers and get out of here.
好的，更新了。哦，这里可以按。
Looking rather trim today, Ethan. New diet? What's the matter? Lost your funny bone?
他讲话不会很可怕吗？我应该去右面吗？我不知道我该从右面走还是左边走，但我看到门，我觉得应该是从最里面开始看。
One of Jenny's earliest memories was making raspberry jam with her mum.
It's the perfect substitute for blood in class demonstrations. And better tasting than the pig's blood the textbook recommends.
很棒。纸片，好的，还好我有从这边走，又走回来，很好哦。他走路好奇怪啊。
Becoming a great detective took more than book smarts. You needed real-life experience. And Jenny was always on the lookout for a chance to get her hands dirty.
贴纸，好棒哦！还有吗？还有一个，你还会有吗？有哦，你好棒哦！这里，然后呢？好了。
It's one of the students' term papers. You can tell by the terrible handwriting and erroneous conclusions. Mom must have put them behind the chalkboard.
好喽，我们看一下还有什么东西可以拿，或是打开贴纸。我看到贴纸。
Please do not touch. Someone must be running an experiment. Gross. Pretty soon it's gonna sprout legs.
好的，然后看更新了什么？绿色的液体。好的，应该没了，都走完了。他好奇怪啊，他大腿好长，小腿好短。他可以抓，他可以这样哦，好可爱哦。
Found you. Time to get out of here.
好多哦，论文超级多的，浪费时间。结论。好的，我们走吧。
Jenny looked around the room one last time. Was she ready to leave?
离开吧。
Okay, so she wasn't really dead. That would be silly. No, Jenny was alive and well and ready for another perfect day in Arthurton.
棒棒。调了一下。噔噔噔，你等我，稍等一下，我调一下我的麦哦。可能它会有杂音。对对对，这样啊一点，舒服一点。要聊。Pumpkin Gumbo College。哦。
What the? What a mess. I should investigate.
好啊。
Jenny had an instinct for sorting treasure from trash. To the untrained eye, this was just a discarded piece of an old postcard. But to Jenny, it was a mystery waiting to be solved.
I should keep my eyes open for any other pieces.
好的。还有吗？还有什么可以拿的？
The notice board was awash with flyers, personal ads, and the occasional piece of gum.
I'm amazed anyone can find anything on here.
Fortunately, Jenny had a useful trick to use in a situation like this.
Mom always says, a great detective eliminates the noise. Focus on the details, and you'll find clarity in the chaos.
I wonder if anyone else reads this junk. Hold on. What's this?
Oh no, they've extended curfew hours again. 9 p.m. to sunrise? That's ridiculous.
But necessary. Power outages had become a regular occurrence in town. It was dangerous to be wandering around after dark.
It won't be long before we need a permit to go out at all.
我们是晚上时间不能出去，9点到9点到日出，好难念哦。好的，我只能动到9点钟。为什么你在动？
Hey, you!
Oh, hi there!
What are you doing back there?
Well, I was pruning, but then I discovered this cerulean bugberry bush.
Discovered? These bushes are all over Arthurton.
Actually, this is an incredibly rare bloom.
There's nothing rare about Arthurton.
I beg to differ. Arthurton has many beautiful and exotic plants.
好，我要听一下。
Really? Like what?
Mushrooms with eyes that glow in the dark, berries that emit a bioluminescent mist, and flowers with nectar as sticky as superglue.
Where? I've never seen any of those things.
Well, believe me, they do exist. I've had the pleasure of seeing them up close. That's one of the privileges of working for Dean Stroudsbury in his greenhouse. Anyway, I should get back to work. I want everything to be perfect for the Dean's retirement celebration.
好哦，园丁，好的，加油哦！怎么了？怎么了？哦，好啊，很好，很好。一直走，一直走，告示板都不能看。
Signs and decorations adorned the entire campus.
A party to celebrate the dean's impending retirement.
你可以跑吗，朋友？哦，你是随时都可以，哦，他可以跑的。那我刚刚这么辛苦干嘛？讨厌。哦，他跑起来好奇怪哦，你看，我忘了他为什么跑这么丑呢？这东西有个不能拿，好吧，先跑。跟工人聊天。
Left. Left. I said left, damn it! What part of left are you having trouble with?
My left or your left?
My left. Obviously, I mean my left. Why would I mean your left?
So you want me to move it the other way?
Yes. Nothing would make me happier. If you're not careful, we're gonna have bronze brains all over the floor.
They seem busy. I should probably lead them to it.
对的。好吧。哦，院长。
Hello, Mr. Stroudsbury. How are you today?
Raspberry。敬爱的 Grumble College
A jolly gentleman, the dean was often seen shaking hands and kissing babies around town.
He's also Mom's boss.
But more than that, he was her loyal friend.
What do you think, Jenny?
The dean had dedicated his life to Gumboldt, and the townspeople had spared no expense in their tribute to him.
Quite a striking resemblance, Mr. Stroudsbury.
It's a scary thing, Jenny. Retirement.
Great excuse for a party, though. What will you do when you're no longer the dean?
I've been trying not to think about it.
This place won't be the same without you.
Things change, Jenny. Time marches on, and we must do our best to adapt. It's going to be difficult, but I'm sure we will get through it.
What do you mean, we?
Do you think they made my belly too big?
说好话。
It's probably just the perspective, Mr. Stroudsbury.
You are a clever one, Jenny LeClue. Speaking of which, have you been practicing your detective skills?
Have I? Of course, always.
Well then, I have a challenge for you. I bet you can't guess what I ate for breakfast.
At last, a real challenge for Jenny. A fiendishly difficult puzzle that would take all her wits to solve.
尊重吗？改天吧，还没退休。
To be honest, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just have to be somewhere.
Of course. I understand.
What? No, that's not right. Jenny would never turn down an opportunity to flex her intellectual muscles. So she did what the dean asked.
Fine. Anything for you, Mr. Stroudsbury.
Oh, how wonderful.
But first, I need to ask you a few questions.
线索我看到后面有贴纸，先拿贴纸，很棒很棒。然后呢，这里有东西，谢谢。什么？没有头发，没有头皮屑，糖。
It can't be dandruff. He has no hair. I have a hunch it's powdered sugar.
然后这里有调羹，有纸哎。 拿
A thick bundle of note cards poked out of the dean's pocket.
What's he keeping so close to his chest? You've been making a lot of notes, Mr. Stroudsbury.
Oh, I was intending to make a speech on Saturday.
Why have you scratched out so much of it?
Your mother suggested I keep it short, and quite right, too. I must have rewritten it 20 times by now. I just can't seem to find the right words.
脏了。
The dean didn't button his shirt properly. It looks like a bloodstain, but the seeds indicate otherwise.
肚子、裤子之中，
His watch is slow. That's unlike the dean. He's usually very punctual. Your watch is 45 minutes slow.
Is it? Oh my. That explains why there was no cheesecake left in the cafeteria. My head's not screwed on today. Thank goodness you noticed, or I'd be late for my meeting with your mother.
Oh, really? She didn't mention anything to me.
Oh, well, of course she wouldn't. It's nothing important.
Why are you meeting then?
It's just, she's helping me finalize my plans for,
Your party?
Yes, that's it. My retirement party. Thank you.
Are you okay, Mr. Strasberry?
Of course. Now let me just fix my watch before I forget. Now, where were we?
这早餐，吃了什么早餐？
For the dean, being covered in plant life was not unusual. His work as a botanist was renowned.
Looks like you're carrying some extra baggage today, Mr. Strasberry.
Well, I do have a lot on my mind.
I was referring to your legs.
Oh, thank you. I have been doing my daily calisthenics.
No, I mean the sticky stuff on your pants.
What? Oh! Hitchhikers. I've been working on a new orchid hybrid in my greenhouse. They're beautiful, but the leaves are quite clingy. I will say, I am looking forward to spending more time in the dirt.
好的，叶子，看。
Ipsa scientia potestas est. Looks like Latin. Your ring sure looks old.
It was made for my grandfather. He passed it down to my father, who passed it down to me. And when the time comes, I'll pass it on to my son.
The Strasberry family had been champions of education for generations.
What does the inscription mean?
Knowledge itself is power. The inquisitive spirit is a mighty thing, Jenny. And nothing is as important as the truth.
好哦，然后2个线索，这个。
The dean was a big fan of the Gumboldt moonbeams, and not just because his son was a prominent figure on the team.
Well, a bench warmer anyway.
胡子、眉毛、头发，还有什么可以按？看看哦。有看到吗？嘴巴？没有。还有呢？你可以不用这么近吗？我找不到，我找不到。 肚子，黄色的不是，它是阴影。那手手有吗？手手按呢？还有哪里？那就调羹吧，最后的。
Looks like he accidentally put a spoon in his pocket instead of his pen. It's got a coffee stain on it.
So, what do you think, Jenny? Can you guess what I had for breakfast?
Sure, Mr. Strasberry. I've got everything I need to solve this mystery. What did the dean eat for breakfast?
勺子是咖啡，然后这里应该是糖粉 donut， 然后没了2个。不对啊，不能啊。
That's not what I meant. Let me try that again.
那就纽扣。 纽扣跟这个，不要这个，它不能把咖啡加进去是吧？
Jam on his shirt and powdered sugar on his tie. The evidence points strongly to the dean's breakfast consisting of 1, maybe 2 donuts. What else can I tell about the dean's morning?
今天因为他怀表时间慢了，所以呢，今天有球赛。 时间慢了，球赛，然后咖啡，因为很赶时间，赶球赛，是吗？应该是，不对哦。好的，
That doesn't seem right.
那就是这个不是，有扣错哦，扣错了，然后时间慢了，所以他很赶。
The dean had neglected to wind his pocket watch. The act of a distracted man. This resulted in his whole routine being thrown off. Which might explain why he has a spoon in his pocket instead of a pen.
你觉得
You had a donut for breakfast.
Yes?
I'm guessing...
这个吗？
raspberry.
How did you know?
有种子
That。part was easy. You always have donuts for breakfast. But something else caught my attention.
Oh?
I think you have something on your mind, Mr. Strasberry. You are usually a picture of precision and punctuality. But today, there's a spoon in your pocket and your shirt button is undone.
My, you really are a LeClue. Your father would be so proud.
Thanks. Well, I should be going. I'm meeting your son by the lake.
And I'm meeting your mother in the library. What a small world this is.
Too small.
A perfectly small world with everything in its right place.
Who would want to change that?
Pardon?
Nothing. See you on Saturday.
OK，
Oh, yes. Until we meet again, Jenny LeClue.
Until we meet again， 好像说的你要走了一样。叮叮，
Well, that's not creepy at all.
In her short time as a detective, Jenny had learned never to ignore a ringing phone.
蛮可怕的呀。
Hello.
The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
What? CJ, is that you?
The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
Really? This again? It's me, Jenny. We don't need to do this.
I have no idea who you are, and I know no one by that name. The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
Fine.
啊，刚刚没看呢。鸟吧，
The early bird can't catch the lazy worm.
Good. The wind blows strongly from the east.
People in glass houses should invest in curtains.
Excellent. Evening sky is full of fireflies.
The absent-minded goldfish swims into the blender.
Ah! Jenny, it is you!
Of course it is!
好可爱哦。
Need to meet with you right away.
Okay. Where do you want to meet?
This place will do.
CJ，
Everyone in town knew that CJ was mad, even dangerous.
He's not dangerous. He just doesn't accept things at face value. Sure, he's a bit fixated on extraterrestrials, but at least he's passionate about something.
CJ and Jenny certainly indulged each other's obsessions. But most of all, CJ treated Jenny like a colleague.
And not a little kid. CJ, why did we go through all that if you're right here?
Can't be too careful. Are you sure you weren't followed?
Who would be following me?
Shh. This place is compromised. We don't have long to talk. Now, what did you want to talk to me about?
What? You called me.
Did I? Why?
Talking to CJ was a bit like navigating a maze. You had a rough idea of where you were headed, but you couldn't be sure you'd ever get there.
I'll help you figure it out.
I saw them. Oh, campus. 对了。
I knew he was hiding something. A compass with strange symbols where the cardinal direction should be. Looks broken. Where did you get that compass?
Ah, you spotted it. I knew you would. It belonged to my father. He left it to me to find the truth.
You're not going to find anything with that. The needle is wandering all over the place. A bit like you.
It's searching
For what?
for them. It's this town, Jenny. It's Arthurton. They're here, among us. And this proves it.
Or it could just be broken.
Could be. I guess we'll never know.
你看，这贴纸破了。
Is it your birthday, CJ?
Birthday? Whose birthday? Clangson's birthday. But Clangston died on his birthday. Assassination? Possibly. Abduction? Almost certainly.
CJ, the card?
Oh, this. It's for you. Impossible shot. Died instantly. No suspects. No human suspects, anyway.
啊，我生日吗？
Thanks, CJ. That's, thoughtful. I didn't think you'd remember.
I know what it's like to lose something important to you. Now triple shred and incinerate that card as soon as possible! It's got my fingerprints all over it!
What's that sticking out of your sock?
Ah! That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I intercepted a secret message. Classified intel. It's proof, Jenny. It's happening again. It's time for us to join the fight.
This doesn't look like the kind of pamphlet he usually makes. It's being professionally printed.
Could CJ finally be onto something?
转。
Oh, it's just part of a cereal box.
A cereal box from another space-time continuum?
Nope, just a regular cereal box. It's an ad for a toy.
But why? Why would it just be lying there in the trash?
正常啊，垃圾桶有垃圾不是很正常吗？
I'm sorry, CJ. There are still great mysteries out there to solve, but this isn't one of them. So what's the plan now?
Library. Research. Very important. Very hush-hush.
They let you back in?
Shush.
Not yet. But I've got this hat now.
It wasn't your head that needed covering.
No, for disguise.
I know, CJ. What is it this time? More UFOs? Radio wave mind control? A globally connected communication network used exclusively to view pictures of cats?
Jenny, you sound crazy. I'm just preparing my defense for the hearing.
Is this because you tried to hypnotize Mrs. Brown's prize poodle?
No, that was last week. It's because I peed in the water tower.
Oh.
CJ, that's gross.
And this is the thanks I get for saving everyone from the mind control chemicals.
Well, I guess I'll see you later then.
But CJ was gone.
CJ, I know you're standing behind the phone booth. I just watched you walk over there.
No, I'm not.
Okay then, bye.
See you later.
See you later. 好可爱哦，好可爱哦。走喽。
Hey!
Hey.
Ah! Damn, that's the third time today.
Oops.
Hi, Jenny. Great job solving that case today. It's really cute the way that you and your mom work together. I wish I was that close with my parents.
Enough chit-chat. Got anything new for me?
Oh, yes. This is the real deal, hot off the press. I haven't had a chance to distribute these yet, so keep them to yourself.
Ada and Jenny belonged to one of the oldest societies in Arthurton. An eclectic band of treasure hunters, collectors, creators, and dealers. Together, they were known as Sticker Club. For generations, Gumboldt students had been hiding and finding stickers all over town. Officially, Jenny was too young to join, but she'd found so many stickers on her own that they'd made her an honorary member.
好可爱哦。
Let's see. Nice crisp edges, rich colors. Very tacky.
Thanks. I spent all week making these.
If only you spend as much time in your schoolwork, you might not be failing my mom's class.
Jenny thought to herself.
It's to celebrate the dean's retirement. I'm super sad that he's leaving, but...
It's a perfect reason to make new stickers.
Exactly. Oh, we're going on an epic sticker hunt before the dean's party. You should join us!
Even if Jenny had wanted to join them,
And I don't.
she knew she'd be stuck with her cousin all weekend.
Thanks, but I work alone.
Oh, okay. See you around, Jenny.
好可爱哦。身边的人都好可爱，怎么了？哪里？没看到。哎，按错了。好的，很棒，很好。小鸟，这里也有吗？在这里。谢谢，很棒。好吧，那就走
Lake
了。
Nowhere, 1 mile.
离开，约人了，我约了那个校长的儿子。
Stop! Perfect. Hold it right there.
No,
Okay, let her go.
left hand side, please. Oh.
Oh dear.
That was ominous.
Detective for hire. Jenny had saved up the whole summer to place an ad in the local paper, but no one had answered it. Until now. What could this new case be? Her imagination ran wild, picturing the possibilities. And so, after helping her mum at Gumboldt College, she hurried to the pier at Lake Nowhere to rendezvous with her new client and crack another thrilling case.
Oh, 有东西，你在这儿。谢谢。好的。当你靠近森林边缘时，听到一个出来的奇怪声音。哪里？哦。
What the?
Hey, kid! Watch where you're going.
Hey, screw you! Your wrench nearly cracked my head open.
Oh no! It's not damaged, is it? That's my lucky wrench.
Yeah, lucky it didn't kill me. When's this upgrade gonna be finished anyway?
Look, kid, I just go where they tell me. Every night, another power surge. Every morning, another part of the grid fry.
and I'm out here fixing it. Do I get any thanks? No.
What's causing all the outages?
At the moment, a little red-headed girl. Now throw me my wrench, kid.
先问，然后再做。
Looks like I have all the leverage.
是的。
So tell me, what exactly is taking so long with these repairs? Apart from shoddy workmanship, that is.
Hey, we're busting our butts to keep your lights on. These lines should be lasting for decades, but they're burning out after just a few weeks. It's the strangest thing. Anyway, toss me my wrench. But be careful. It's a family heirloom.
这么厉害吗？再问一个。
But what could possibly be using that much power?
You're killing me, little girl.
Arthurton's a tiny town. The mines are practically shut down. So what could it be? Surely someone must know.
All I know is I got 3 more jobs today, and I can't finish any of them without my wrench. So, will you please just give it back already?
Fine. I've got bigger fish to fry.
Thanks, kid.
老板你告诉我很多了，挺不错的。有贴纸。
As Jenny stepped out of the dark forest, she saw warm sunlight reflecting off the cool lake. And next to that, something even cooler. Keith Stroudsbury.
Come on, Keith! Dance like you beat it!
Not so much grinding.
Oh, Keith, what are you doing?
Not everyone saw it, but to Jenny, there was something special about Keith.
He's just happy being himself.
Nothing seemed to bother him.
Not even having to dance in a costume for $1 an hour.
But Jenny was not so laid back.
Not when it comes to standing up for a friend.
Especially her only friend.
Oh, 艺术品很好。Stop.
I think there's been enough dancing for one day, don't you?
Hey, Jenny.
Hello, Susan.
Actually, I prefer Susie.
Busy laughing while others earn a living, Susan? Not everyone's got your dad's money, I guess.
Jenny, hi!
Tall and handsome, with intense, mysterious eyes. Cool should have been his middle name, instead of Tarquin. But Keith was so cool, he didn't even mind.
Give me 1 minute. I'm just finishing my...
Sure. Don't let me interrupt your work.
My shift ends...
In 15 minutes, I know. I'm early. I'm meeting a client over at the dock. Paid case. Could be big. Real big. Couldn't be as big as her head.
Wow, that's really...
Impressive? Maybe. All I care about is keeping this town crime-free.
The only crime here is that haircut.
好快哦！
Back in a minute, Keith. I'll have the usual.
原味。
Straight up and hot. Nothing fancy.
You got it.
How about now?
Move it to the left a bit.
What's he doing up there?
Not now, kid. We're busy.
Any better?
No, keep going.
Now?
Yes, it's working. Hold it right there.
That's what all the fuss is about?
Not this guy again.
What is that?
Whatever it is, it's not my music. Maybe it's
Jazz?
Shh! I'm trying to listen.
You shush. I'm the DJ. I'm in charge.
When's this party getting started, boys?
Oh, just a few more minutes.
How are we supposed to dance to this?
I think we're losing them.
Another station must be interfering with the signal.
But there aren't any other stations in Arthurton. Wait! All these wires must be acting as a giant antenna.
Jenny listened closely to the mysterious transmission. It was like no other radio broadcast she'd heard before.
Hold it steady!
Sorry, I'm trying.
That's just getting worse. You might as well come down.
No, wait! I can almost make out what they're saying.
But just like that, the sound faded away.
What did you do?
That's no use. Come on. We gotta get this equipment back to the AV department by 6.
Jenny was so lost in contemplation, she'd almost forgotten the case at hand.
My client. I'm supposed to meet her at the dock.
对，别忘了。哎，
Danger. No swimming. Sounds safe.
好的。不用梯子，
How do I get this ladder down?
放下去啊！踢它
That didn't work.
啊！竟然
Arthurtonian workmanship at its finest.
这么厉害吗？这里有什么？谢谢，很棒很棒。
Aha! Got you this time, you slippery fella. Ah, shucks. Just another boot.
Excuse me, Mr. Humdrum.
Oh my! If it isn't little Jenny LeClue. What a glorious day, don't you think?
是的，
As far as Jenny was concerned, small talk was like a second pair of underpants. Uncomfortable and completely unnecessary.
But Mom always says, create a good rapport, and they'll reveal everything to you.
So she gave it a shot.
先说钓鱼。
How's the fishing?
Oh, the fishing's great, but the catching is bad. All I'm getting are old boots and strange bits of metal. But just look out there, Jenny. She's got that wonderful afternoon glow.
No one knew why the lake glowed at night, and few were brave enough to swim its murky waters. What lay beneath its depths was the stuff of myth and legend.
Somewhere out there lies the giant red herring, or so they say.
But no one's ever caught one. Sounds fishy to me.
Well, if she's out there, I'll catch her. Someday.
Great. Well, now that we have a good rapport, where can I find Mrs. Humdrum?
Well, she's down there on the ridge.
Only one problem. I think the ladder is broken.
Ah, yes. There's a knack to it. First you shake it, then you kick it, and then you push it.
Sounds unnecessarily complicated.
I'll join you down there in a bit. Just have to sort my tackle out.
好的，谢谢。You need to shake it first, and then kick it. The last thing is push it. Oh, great.
Aha! That did the trick. Mrs. Humdrum, I presume?
Oh, hello! You?
I'm the private detective you contacted.
秘密暗号。
The code word is Purple Panda. I'm here to solve your case.
Who is it, Dan?
哎，
It's Jenny, dear, the LeClue girl. She doesn't see so well without her glasses.
Oh, hello, Jenny. I'm afraid I don't see so well without my glasses.
Nothing wrong with her hearing, though.
What did she say?
I said there's nothing wrong with your hearing, dear.
Oh, no, thank you. I've already eaten.
I believe you have a case for me?
We do. We do.
Great. So what's the trouble? Haunted by the ghost of a former lover? Worried you're being poisoned by a mad uncle? Something so dark and gruesome I can't even begin to imagine the horror?
Well, I lost my reading glasses.
Oh.
And there it was, a real case. A confounding mystery to challenge Jenny's brilliant mind.
I thought this was finally going to be a good one.
What do you think, Jenny? Can you help?
Sure, Mr. Humdrum. I'm gonna need to ask you a few questions.
The 有线索哦。哎，按错了。
Jenny had often snuck through the hole in the fence at Grubman's to watch the races. She could understand why the dogs ran so hard. They were chasing the promise of food. What the adults were chasing was less relatable.
I notice you're a gambler, Mrs. Humdrum. You've been at the Greyhound races.
That was yesterday.
We always go to Grubman's on Wednesday.
Interesting.
I've never been interrogated before. This is such fun.
你开心就好。
Do you often carry a pair of binoculars?
She doesn't go anywhere without them.
I presume you don't wear your glasses when you use the binoculars.
No, I can't get my eyes close enough to the eye cups.
I see. Did you take your binoculars with you to the races?
Of course. Those critters are so tiny, I can't keep up without my binoculars.
Interesting.
You really are very good.
The best.
How long have you been solving mysteries? But
I'll ask the questions, thank you.
6个。
I expect you're finding it difficult to paint without your glasses.
oh no, I never wear them when I paint. I like to feel the canvas, to interpret the colors.
She's an incredible painter. You should have her paint you.
Thanks, but I don't mix business with pleasure.
What's next? Fingerprints? Oh, polygraph test? It's like you're reading my mind.
看到有2个贴纸在这里，这个小的，好可爱哦。还有一个艺术品，我做厚了一点点，应该还好吧。这里还有一个贴纸，是的。没什么，没看到什么嘞。哎。
Jenny recognized the distinctive indentations left behind by a pair of spectacles.
She must have been wearing them recently. You still have marks from your glasses on the bridge of your nose. You probably lost them within the last day or two.
Oh, I never would have thought of that.
When do you last remember wearing them?
I'm really not sure. Damp?
You had them at your Tuesday book club.
Oh, yes. We're reading 50 Shady Graves. Have you figured it out yet? The suspense is killing me.
Okay.
Looks freshly blow-dried. A professional job. Your hair looks lovely today, Mrs. Humdrum. Is that a new style?
Thank you. I had it done yesterday. Dan didn't notice. They call it the Queen's Coif.
Well, it's certainly big.
And expensive.
But I'm worth it, Dan.
Who could put a price on that beautiful head of hair?
You're not so bad yourself, hot stuff.
Gross.
I feel like you know more about me than I do.
他好开心哦，应该是藏到头发里面去了。还有什么可以按的呢？还有哪里？还有哪里可以按啊？找不到，找不到，找不到，怎么办？那就应该是我想的，是在里面。可以这样吗？不能。那在哪里呢？不能哦。不能这样。好吧，我找不到。脏脏的，不能哦。告诉我要按哪里？卡关了吗？卡关了吗？我以为是长头发里面，我就可以直接找到线索，是这样找。不能吗？是真的不能哦。那我现在疯狂在按，我也不知道要按什么，就是找不到，它不能按，怎么办呢？应该卡关了吗？地板上没有啦，还有一个，所以呢，要按什么？很糟糕诶，现在的情况怎么办呢？我哪里都在按，疯狂在按，然后看不到我应该干嘛？天哪，卡关了诶！我以为可以弄那个，难道是这里吗？不能啊！不行啊，我就觉得是头发啊，那应该怎么弄？难道？最后一个忘了该怎么弄啊？这里吗？没有可以按的地方呢。左右移动，现在不能按，哪里都不能按，你到哪里按？这里我不是做过了吗？这里。好吧，错了。
That's a large hole. She must have caught it on something.
还好找到了。
Did you have trouble climbing down the ladder, Mrs. Humdrum?
Why, yes, I did. How on earth did you know?
There's a tear in your pants pocket.
Well, what do you know? I didn't realize these pants even had pockets. You are so thorough. Any more questions?
I think I have everything I need to wrap this one up. Where are Gail's glasses?
眼睛在发型里面，我肯定。然后呢？不能破洞，好吧？他一定要跑完。
There's a big hole in her pocket, but Gail didn't even know her pants had pockets. So it's unlikely that she would keep her glasses in them. That's not right. Back to the drawing board.
好吧。好，头发里面吧，那不大呀。这样子。
Gail was at the races last night. She had to remove her glasses to use the binoculars. Gail also had her hair cut recently. It's fluffy and big, and could easily hide a small object.
Solving a complex mystery like the case of the missing glasses was tough work. But now came the most satisfying part. Delivering the dramatic denouement.
神秘作家、侦探口名。
Let's review the facts. 1. Not only do you love your binoculars, you've come to depend on them for bird watching, greyhound watching, basically anything far away watching.
That's true.
I immediately sensed the two optical devices, your binoculars and glasses, were incompatible. Thus, to use one, you had to remove the other.
Fascinating.
Fact 2. Yesterday, you changed your hairstyle.
I did.
Though fun, it was also impractical. And so tall that it could easily conceal a small object.
I see where this is going.
Please, don't interrupt. After much research, deliberation, and debate, I've concluded there is only one place the missing glasses could be. They've been on your head the whole time.
Oh, so they are. Right there on top of my head.
Incredible! What a talent!
They're always in the last place you look, aren't they?
A master detective in the making.
What would we have done without you?
他们很会夸哦。
Gail, don't forget to pay the girl.
Oh, of course, silly me. You must be rewarded generously for all your hard work.
谢谢。
Now don't spend it all in one place.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
好可爱哦。狐狸耶，我喜欢狐狸，好可爱。好吧，我们走吧。谢谢你们夸夸，谢谢你们给钱哦。
Lake Nowhere. Totally safe and pollution free.
好吧，还有东西吗？还有东西吗？好的。哦，好恐怖哦！吓死我了！那个音效好可怕。啊，他们下班了吗？
Are you ready, Keith?
Wow, what an amazing detective.
Glasses on her head. Who could have guessed? Oh, you heard.
Whatever would we do without Master Investigator Jenny LeClue?
I thought it was pretty cool, Jenny.
And a whole nickel! You must be so excited.
Yeah, that's more than her mom makes in a month.
Come on, guys. Let's all just... Hey, Jenny, my grandma called. She wants her sweater back.
Oh, how wonderful it was to joke around with friends.
I've had enough of this.
Mm, 说很毒的话，说狠话，很毒的话。
Skirt ironed but unevenly. The work of a distracted housewife. brand new, hideously overpriced shoes. Overcompensating father. Your dad's sleeping with Deborah's mom again, isn't he?
What? No! How do you... Shut up, Jenny! You don't know anything!
Wow, Jenny. That was cruel.
Who even says something like that?
Aw, don't cry, Veronica.
She's just a weirdo nobody!
Jenny, let who?
And the case of the missing friends!
你很毒欸。
Yeah, good one, Veronica. Come on, let's get you home. Are you coming, Susie?
Thanks for the coffee, Keith. And the extra sugar.
Of course. It's
Nothing special at all, and the same thing he does for everyone? Oh, okay. See you around, Keith. Well, that went well. Shall we?
yeah. I've got no customers now anyway.
Nothing exciting ever happens here. I'm so tired of these simple cases.
生气不好，失望吧。Oh.
How am I supposed to become a real detective if there are no real crimes to solve?
You help that old lady? Darn.
Thanks, Keith. But it was stupid, and everyone knew it, including your girlfriend.
She's not my...
And you really mustn't let them treat you like that. You should stick up for yourself.
They don't mean anything.
Sometimes you just gotta speak up and say how you feel.
Well,
You can't just let people walk all over you, Keith.
Okay.
这种玩意平常随便乱丢就可以丢中，然后你评估很久就丢不中。Oh.
It doesn't matter anyway. Nothing's gonna change. Not in this ghost town.
It's not so bad.
Don't you ever wonder what it would be like to live somewhere else?
Oh, not really.
Who am I kidding? There is nowhere else. Not for miles.
悲观渺茫，渺茫也可以活啊。
Oh, shucks.
I see practice is going well. Is your dad still pressuring you to play?
Well...
Come on, Keith. You hate basketball. And tough love, but you're the worst player on the team.
Not the worst.
Well, on the bench anyway. Why don't you just tell him you don't want to play anymore?
It's a Strasberry tradition.
That's my point, Keith. This whole town is dead, stuck in the past. Everyone is just doing what they're told without questioning why. Where's the ambition, the sense of adventure?
Are we still talking about basketball?
百般尝试。
How's your mom?
She seems distracted. Normally, she's so focused on her job. I mean, it's understandable. It's been almost a year since... And now she's planning to go away for the weekend, and she still won't tell me why.
Yeah?
She was definitely acting weird earlier.
Maybe she's lonely?
You know what? You're right.
I am?
She shouldn't be alone right now. Actually, your dad told me they were meeting in the library. We're going to need supplies. 2 of Mr. Bean's finest, please. To go, of course. Here is my payment in full.
That's a nickel.
Put the rest on my tab? Thanks for the pep talk, Keith. You always know what to say to make me feel better.
Last stone. You want it?
自己来。
Thanks. Bullseye!
耶，很棒。
Keith was an excellent listener. Or maybe he just didn't speak much. Either way, Jenny really enjoyed their little talks. He was the only person who really seemed to understand her. Jenny biked briskly towards the library back on campus to surprise her mother. Nothing exciting ever happens here, she grumbled, unaware of the great adventure that lay in store just around the corner.
图书馆好安静，图书馆安静是对的，过于安静。为什么校长的图片哪里都是？我的艺术品，很奇怪哦，哪里都是校长。
Gerald Strasberry. Cornelius Strasberry. It's a wall of Strasberries.
The Strasberry lineage stretched back to the very founding of the university. There had been a Dean Strasberry at Gumboldt for over 150 years.
There won't be for much longer. The dean's retiring, and the only Strasberry left is Keith. And he's not exactly the academic type. No one on duty. A book thief's paradise. There's a note on the desk.
我给他看书，陪他进来。JC， 他是 JC。运输车留在安静的读书区，别再站在运输车上。好的。好可怕。
That was weird. Hello? Mom? Mr. Strasberry? Anybody?
Jenny's words echoed through the library.
Something's not right here.
A mystery was unfolding.
Whatever it is, I'll get to the bottom of it.
Les Strasberry, Gumboldt's 21st and jolliest dean, smiled down at Jenny.
Looking a bit wonky today, Mr. Strasberry.
A pair of wires ran down the wall and disappeared behind the painting.
It's too high to reach. What are you hiding back there? The chandeliers that adorn this library are made from rare Arthurtonian quartz, kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation.
The Glatz family was one of the oldest in town. They were the first to mine the valuable quartz deposits beneath Arthurton, and as such, they became incomparably wealthy.
And they sure like to let everyone know it. Laddertron 5000. The pinnacle of remote ladder and bookcase technology. Kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation.
好吧。还有电。
Whoa! Dangerous!
The newly installed ladder system was prone to malfunction.
Should have kept the old wooden ladders. They never tried to electrocute me. I need to find a way to turn the power off.
走过去是这样。也是这个音响。好吧。可以控制。
Jenny gazed at the technological marvel of Laddertron 5000.
Seems pointless. It's not hard to move a ladder. Sometimes it feels like some unknown force is just trying to slow me down.
明力量，没事。
No good. I don't think I'll be able to move the ladders while the electricity is on.
就是换当书架。要把中间打开吗？但是第一排应该是可以的，最后一排也要动。中间那一排不对。
Jenny was notorious for climbing book carts.
It's the only way to reach the highest shelves. In fact, this could be useful.
But something else had caught her eye.
This table's a complete mess. Who would leave it like this? Illegible scribbles, intricate diagrams of giant machines, a worn copy of Aliens in Arthurton.
Jenny knew only one person could have been sitting here.
JC.
CJ.
Ay, CJ.
It's odd, though. He usually hides everything when he's finished. What's this?
A tattered piece of paper with a series of seemingly unrelated notes.
但我看到有贴纸，贴纸，然后安隐人、影中人飞起的宽空，观察到剧烈的地震活动，可能是降落地点。2300森林有飞碟在盘旋。对气体工程研究，墓园绑架。SJ 是什么？这是什么？这里有个1。好的。那就先这个。然后呢，2300在森林飞碟。绑架光束，这里有个1，这样吗？时间，这里有个3呢，它应该可以叠起来的，这是可以折纸，应该是折纸。这里还能打开吗？找不到。这里。
UFOs, shadow men, experiments on corpses.
It seemed that CJ was unraveling a mystery of his own.
Wait, there's something on the other side. Wow, a color map of Arthurton.
Jenny had never seen a town map with this level of detail before.
I can't believe CJ left this behind. That's so unlike him. He'd be terrified if anyone else found it. I'll keep it safe until I see him again.
好吗？好的。很棒。按住。你要拉过来啊？不是，你要爬上去。好的，这里。再拉过来一点点，然后爬。
No secrets between friends, Mr. Strasberry.
Jenny stood on her tiptoes and delicately removed the priceless painting from the wall.
Oh.
Oops. Aha! Precisely what I was hoping to find.
It was?
Let's see. Lights, bookcases, ladders. I'll cut the power and continue my investigation.
But Jenny knew better than to play with electricity, so she left it alone.
还是要关闭啊？还有其他办法吗？那寻找吧。
I guess I'll find another way. Wait, what am I thinking? It's a simple switch, perfectly safe.
But Jenny was strong in her convictions and seldom changed her mind once she'd made the correct decision.
还是寻找吧，我觉得
Fine.
关电不好。
Actually, not fine.
Oh.
The eerie silence unnerved our tiny hero. But even worse was the dark. Jenny had always been terrified of the dark.
Just breathe. A great detective never succumbs to fear. Looks like that did the trick.
好可怕。对不起，把你弄丢了。这里有门。
Rare books. Our most precious collections reside in this temperature-controlled room. Kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation.
Oh?
Yeah, we know.
The fallen remains of a bookcase blocked Jenny's path.
It looks like a bomb went off in here. It's too precarious to climb over.
那下去。那等下就是下去那边。
It's locked.
Oh.
No problem. I'll just pick it.
Jenny was skilled with a lockpick, having watched her mother demonstrate the process countless times. But that was just for fun at home. This was the real world. You couldn't just go around picking other people's locks. That was a crime.
A great detective knows when to bend the rules. And the paperclip she has in her pocket.
直接掐我。
Mom always says, lockpicking is a subtle art. Move slowly and search for the sweet spot.
那好吧，所以刚刚找不到，哎，这里。那真的可以哦。Bingo.
It must have been a rush of blood that caused Jenny to act so irrationally. Regardless, she had picked the lock and felt strangely exhilarated. What treasures lay behind the door?
Oh, it's empty. Still, that bookcart could be useful.
好啊。先抓住，哎，不对，不好意思，按错了，按住。哦，好厉害！卡住了吗？
Something's blocking the ladder. There's something stuck in the track. Ipsa, scientia, potestas, est. It's the Dean's ring! No wonder the ladders were malfunctioning. The ring must have caused a short circuit.
旋转术，转，不能转。好，
I'll keep hold of this and return it to the Dean when I see him next.
你看到这样爆炸了，这么危险。
An empty library, a fallen bookcase, and now a broken balcony?
This mystery has all the hallmarks of foul play.
你掉下去了。
They say words can't hurt you. In this case, I'd be inclined to disagree. Solid iron and oak, torn apart like a piece of bread. It would have taken some serious force to do this. Something bad happened here. This is feeling more and more like a crime scene.
And then Jenny saw it. Covered in a ripped curtain and surrounded by broken glass.
It is a crime scene!
You never forget the first time you see a dead body. It harrows the mind, terrifies the soul, scars you to your very core.
A dead body? No way! This is amazing!
Who lay under that curtain? Who had breathed their last breath? Who had shuffled off this mortal coil to meet their maker?
It could be anyone. I mean, it could be an escaped lunatic from the asylum. Or an axe-wielding maniac on the run from the cops. It could be...
It could be...
Mom? Oh no. Please, no.
No, you never forget the first time you see a dead body. Jenny knew it was wrong to disturb the crime scene.
But I have to know who's under here.
Slowly, she drew back the heavy cloth.
Please don't be my mom. Please don't be my mom.
Oh, 好可怕。
Dean Stroudsbury? Thank God. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Poor Mr. Stroudsbury. What happened to you?
Was this a terrible accident? Or worse?
Murder!
Her stomach churned. Seeing the Dean's lifeless face, his contorted frame, Jenny felt the urge to run, to get as far away from this horrific sight as possible. Jenny had longed for an adventure, for a real case to solve.
I didn't expect it to be like this.
She gathered herself, took a deep breath, and began to search for clues.
Oh, 好可怕哟。
He looks like he's been dead for weeks. His skin is pale and colorless, and there's a strange mark on his neck.
好可怕哟。艺术品，手里拿着东西。 哦，好可怕哟！
It's smashed. most likely from the fall. The hand stopped at 3:57 p.m. That gives me a potential time of death.
If Jenny had arrived just a few minutes earlier...
I might have been able to save him.
The Dean's planner lay open on today's date.
Perhaps I can retrace his steps and create a timeline of events.
图书馆
Looks like he completed all his chores for the day. I already knew the Dean was meeting Mom here. So where is she now?
对啊
Meet JL. Could that be Mom? Where's Widow's Drop? I've never heard of it.
星期五
Looks like he canceled his meetings on Friday and rearranged lunch with Keith. Oh, poor Keith.
Jenny didn't know how she would break the news to him.
But I should be the one to tell him. Gossip spreads like wildfire in Arthurton.
演讲
He sure was working hard on that speech. I'm sad he won't get to deliver it.
好可怜哦
A book about chance. What are the odds that this was an accident?
艺术品
The Hawk and the Weasel and Other Bedtime Stories. It could be important. Then again, it could have just joined the Dean for the ride.
可怜哦
It's a book about predicting the future. I suppose it didn't belong to Mr. Stroudsbury then.
The Dean's hand was clapped shut around a small object.
That's strange. Rigor mortis usually takes hours to set in. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do, Mr. Stroudsbury, but this could be a vital clue.
对不起
Mom's ID card? But that means
Julie LeClue had definitely been here.
she could be the last person to have seen him alive.
She could be the killer.
Impossible. My mother's a forensic expert. She'd never leave such incriminating evidence behind.
But even the smartest criminals made mistakes. Jenny couldn't deny this looked bad for her mum.
If anyone else sees this, they'll jump to conclusions. They'll think my mom's a murderer. Unless...
A peculiar thought crossed Jenny's mind.
Unless... there's nothing to find.
Removing evidence from a crime scene was highly unethical.
So is planting evidence to frame an innocent person.
She had no proof of that.
I have to do something.
留下证据就妈妈一定会被抓拿走，或者是一个小侦探。那我觉得小孩子看到这种情况，他还会拉走的。
My mom would kill me if she knew I was tampering with evidence. But I have to protect her.
对，我的小孩子还是会拿的。
There are bits of glass and metal debris everywhere. He has burn marks on his hand. I think that's all the evidence I'm going to find here.
She took one last look at the Dean's lifeless body.
I'm sorry, Mr. Stroudsbury. I promise I'll get to the bottom of this.
Jenny knew she should leave and call the police. But how often did a case like this come along?
Never. There's more to this than meets the eye. Some of this evidence must be connected.
So she opened her journal to join the dots.
What was the apparent cause of death?
然后像是那个窗帘，然后这个。
It looks like the dean was thrown from the balcony when he reached down to pick up his ring, which was stuck in the electrified ladder track. He grabbed the curtain, but it didn't slow him down. He landed on a bed of metal and glass debris. What is unusual about the dean's death?
看脸呢？还有妈妈，时间。
That doesn't quite add up. Let me give this some more thought.
那就是妈妈跟脸了。
Dean has a strange mark on his neck. All the skin around his face is gray and gaunt. I've never seen anything like it before. He's holding my mom's ID card, which makes her the prime suspect. But why would she, or anyone, want to kill Dean Stroudsbury?
Jenny suspected foul play, but what was the motive? Had she missed something?
The watch! The dean's watch stopped at 3:57 p.m. When I came into the library, the clock tower rang 4 times. The library only has one exit. And I haven't seen anyone but the dean since I got here.
Which meant if the dean was murdered...
The killer must still be here.
Oh.
He's getting away!
Oh. 拿窗帘，好啊，好啊。
Jenny could hear police sirens in the distance.
Someone must have tipped them off. I'll catch the murderer and keep him busy until the cops arrive.
Chasing after murderers was hardly the job of a little girl.
Hey you! Stop!
Oh.
Despite surviving her fall without so much as a broken bone, Jenny couldn't help but feel she had failed. As the sirens grew louder, she knew it would only be a matter of time before the sheriff arrived. And then she'd have to explain why she hadn't called for help. But the worst feeling of all was that she had let the killer escape. As she drifted slowly into unconsciousness, Jenny heard a familiar voice. Concerned, gentle, soothing.
Jenny? Oh, Jenny, what have you done?
Mom?
Freeze! You're under arrest!
What have I done? I killed him!
对。
This is all wrong. Murder in Arthurton? This is not an appropriate story for Jenny LeClue. Poor Dean Stroudsbury. What was I thinking? I've gone too far. Perhaps I should take a break. Come on, Rufus. Let's go for a walk. Clear our heads and work off some of this jam.
好难过诶，他不想写 murder case， 但就是把一个谋杀案写到他的故事里面。哦，好难过诶。还是这些。 按不到。可以了。对啊。都打了，先休息了。还有什么可以按的吗？累了吧？嗯。对啊。怎么了？我知道吗？怎么了？怎么了？怎么了？不能按呢。怎么了？哦。也会掉下去。谋杀。
Why were you there?
不要撒谎。
I told you I was looking for Mom.
Why?
We were going to grade papers. When do I get to see her?
Did you disturb the crime scene?
有说吗？但我拿了，我就撒谎吧。
Of course not. Now let me speak to my mom.
哦，好可怕！为什么你知道呢？妈妈，妈妈。
Keith! Please, look at me. Keith, wait!
那爸爸都走了。对啊。这是谁啊？哦。哦，口罩。妈妈。 可怕哦。对。
What a horrible nightmare! Dean Stroudsbury was dead. My mom was in jail. Keith told me he never wanted to see me again. And worst of all, I was surrounded by an evil army of giant teddy bears.
Unfortunately, it was all true, including the teddy bears.
My eyes! There's something wrong with them. Everything's pink.
But her eyes were fine. It was the room that was pink. Pink cuddly toys. Pink furniture. Pink clothes. And a hand-drawn homage to teenage heartthrob Pelvis Cressley. Covered in pink hearts. Everything a teenage girl could dream of.
It looks like a marshmallow exploded.
It was at this point Jenny remembered where she was.
I shouldn't be here. What happened? And what is that terrible music? I can't think straight with that racket playing. These aren't my clothes. And where's my journal?
That wasn't the only thing missing.
The Dean's ring! It was in my pocket.
先把音乐关上。好的。什么？
You're the fan that I love.
Ah, yes, the eagerly awaited follow-up to the smash hit. Even though I'm a big star and you're just a fan, perhaps someday we could be together.
Ugh, who buys this crap? Huh? Hushed whispers in the hallway? I should investigate. It's locked from the outside. Who would trap a child in this nightmarish hellscape?
Jenny peeped through the tiny keyhole. As her eyes adjusted to the light, she recognized the substantial frame of Winston LeClue, Arthurton's long-standing sheriff, and Jenny's...
Granddad!
Jenny's relationship with her grandfather was contentious, to say the least. He was a stern and humorless man who placed honor, tradition, and the law above all else.
Sometimes even family.
But what was he doing here?
And who is he talking to?
Florence and Richard Glatz were the wealthiest couple in town, and hugely influential. Their company, Glatz Mining and Supply Corp., was the oldest in Arthurton. While Richard may have been the head of the business, everyone knew that Florence wore the pants. Exceptionally charming and generous, she always had a smile on her face.
Which is why I don't trust her one bit.
Being careful not to make a sound, Jenny leaned in and listened.
With everything going on, I don't have time to watch her.
It's no trouble at all, really, Winston. She can stay for as long as she likes. The girls are great friends. I only hope she feels better soon. That was quite the scene she made at the funeral.
She should have left the boy alone.
Really, Winston, this whole situation must be unbearably traumatic for the poor girl. Her mother in jail, and what she saw in the library. One shudders at the thought. And all this barely a year after what happened to Henry.
She'll be fine. Just keep an eye on her. She can be a real handful.
Oh, don't worry, I've planned everything. Pony rides, afternoon tea, and tomorrow, we're going dress shopping. Oh, that reminds me. I have something for you.
Dress shopping? First they locked me up, now they want to torture me? I need to get out of here. Fast.
But her curiosity was piqued. She had to know what Mrs. Glatz had gone to fetch, and so she waited. When Thaladius T. Pumberbitten discovered the first quartz seam lining the Great Mountains, little did he know the impact it would have on the future of the town.
Little did he know the Glatz family would muscle in and take over the whole operation.
Nowadays, it was hard to go anywhere in town without seeing something made from it. Nathaniel Glatz stared disapprovingly back at Jenny.
Creepy old man.
Actually, this was the man who saved Arthurton. When the quartz mines began to run dry, it was his research into the unique properties of the crystals that secured the future prosperity of the town and the company.
Oh. Huh? Where did he go?
Oh.
Winston, what are you doing down there?
Thought I heard something.
Really? A man of your age spying on teenage girls? I've told you already, she won't be going anywhere.
It was probably just Jenny's imagination, but those words felt oddly
sinister.
Here.
Why does Mrs. Glatz have official police documents?
Satisfied?
How is Julie?
She's in the safest place, behind bars.
Surely they don't believe she's guilty.
I don't envy you, Winston. It must be hard to stay impartial. If the poor dear would just confess, it would make things much easier.
I have everything under control.
Of course you do, dear. No one doubts your loyalty to Arthurton. We must continue to look out for each other, now more than ever.
Sheriff, are you receiving?
Go ahead.
It's the LeClue house, sir. We found something.
I'll be right there. Over.
It sounds like you've got important things to take care of.
Yes. Well, good night, Florence.
Good night, Winston.
Don't let her out of your sight. She is a LeClue, after all.
I'm sure we'll manage.
Jenny couldn't believe what she'd just heard.
Everyone thinks my mom's a murderer.
Thankfully, her mother's fate was in safe hands. The fine people of the Arthurton Police Department.
Oh, God. She's gonna rot in jail.
Jenny could leave the case to them and enjoy a fun week of pony rides and shopping sprees.
No.
No?
Mom always says a great detective leaves nothing to chance. I have to do something.
But she was just a kid. What could she possibly do?
This is my chance. The case of a lifetime. My mom needs me, and I won't let her down. I'm gonna find my stuff and get out of here.
And just like that, a great adventure began.
I love you! I love you! Ah! You're my best friend!
You scared the life out of me, pig.
The sun was setting behind the great mountains of Arthurton, cradling the town in a warm red embrace.
I slept the whole day away? I have to get out of here and make up for lost time. Best in show, horse ballet. First prize, advanced table etiquette? There's one here for best smile. Seriously? All the dangly bits are swaying. Strange. It's not windy in here. There's a track in the ceiling panel around the chandelier. It looks like it can move. A heart-shaped mirror. for the lady who loves herself. Seriously, who has windows this big?
Below, Lake Nowhere stretched out as far as the eye could see. In the distance, Jenny could just make out the great lighthouse on Skull Island.
It's foggy out there tonight.
Oh. 要赌吗？不用吧。他说我这里，他说一个情绪不稳定的孩子对教中大喊大叫，毁坏公物，甚至那个受辱尸体，然后他倒下了，大抵现场。校长好可怜哦。这里有个贴纸。然后这里是他的死因，死于对从3楼阳台被推下，一个女性占有校长的鞋。好的，这里找线索。这里不对。
I don't remember any of this. I bet that kid's in a lot of trouble.
这是你呀。
Pushed from the balcony? That's not what happened. And no mention of electrocution.
然后这里有写。
Mom wasn't covered in blood. That's a lie.
对的。
Jenny thought of her poor mother, locked away in a jail cell for a crime she didn't commit.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll prove you didn't do it as soon as I get out of here. Either this is shoddy reporting, or someone is trying to cover up what really happened. My mom's still in jail, so the police must not think this was an accident.
And if it wasn't an accident, then...
The real killer is still out there.
是的，是你呀。
I've never seen so many clothes. Maybe mine are in here somewhere. Well, my clothes definitely aren't here. They'd be easy to spot amongst all the sequins and ribbons.
这里看过了。还有吗？贴纸。好的。然后去看那个水晶灯。贴纸啊！开灯，开灯，开灯！好。然后呢？还有什么吗
I don't have my detective gear to pick the lock. Besides, I can't just walk out in front of Mrs. Glatz. I don't have my detective gear to pick the lock. Besides, I can't just walk out in front of Mrs. Glatz.
你现在要去哪里？开门呢？镜子。有粉红猪。知道了。唱片。都暗了，只有1、2、3。上面5个灭了，然后下面是5个灭了，左3右2，好。好的。
Ouch! That's hot.
不好意思，那先关灯。2、3、4、5，2个灭的。 哦，这里3个灭的。1、2、3、4、5，关灯。
This family's disposable income is outrageous. I always knew they were hiding something. I bet there are all kinds of horrific secrets lurking up there.
Eh, 等一下，等一下，这样子。这里。哦，狗狗。
Oh, it's just a dusty old attic.
Oh.
Dozens of old boxes covered in dust and cobwebs, filled with toys, school projects, and old trophies.
Attics, where dreams go to die.
对啊，以前小时候喜欢的东西都会在这里出现。好的。哦，滑过去。哎，不能，那只能上去。好吧。
Aha! A way out of here. Locked. But where is the lock?
看一下。哦。超级大的熊。
Oh, hello, spooky bear. Feels like he's watching me.
太大了，有够大只的。哦。
Everything in here is covered in dust, except this bear. And there's light coming from behind him. What are you hiding, spooky bear?
动一下它。哦。
Smothered by a giant teddy bear. What an end that would have been. Just as I suspected, a hidden staircase.
好的，去吧。出发，出发！哎，哪里？哪里？找到艺术品。题目。
Jenny was no stranger to the labs at Gumboldt, but she'd never seen anything quite like this. Certainly not inside someone's house.
Hey! What are you doing up here? Not again! Susie?
受欢迎
Loved
到
by
令
all,
人讨厌
kind。to a fault, Jenny's cousin was also the most popular girl in town.
Oh, hi, Jenny. You... You should be in bed resting. What are you doing up here?
I should ask you the same question.
研究室。
What is all this equipment? And why is there a secret elevator running from your room to the attic?
Oh, you must mean my collection of teddy bears.
写了重点。
Don't play dumb with me, Susan Glatz. These bears are hiding nothing. And that one's wearing a welding helmet.
Well, there's a simple explanation for that. There are just too many to fit in my bedroom.
好警察，坏警察，好警察。
Susie, clearly something's weighing heavily on your mind. Take a deep breath and answer the question honestly. I promise you'll feel better.
It's not what you think. This is where teddy bears. I have vintage bears, new bears, rare collectible bears.
Enough! Stop avoiding the question.
取得他的心愿。
You don't need to hide anything. You can be honest with me.
I can't. You wouldn't understand.
Try me.
Susie's secret was the kind you took to the grave. A shameful, dark secret. A secret so shocking she feared she would lose everything. Her friends would abandon her. Her family would disown her. She'd never find true love.
Oh God! I'm going to die alone!
Ugh.
You can't tell anyone. You have to promise me.
答应。
Fine, just stop whimpering like a lost puppy. You're embarrassing yourself.
Here goes nothing. This is my secret laboratory.
我看出来了。
Where I design and test my inventions.
相信啊。
Your laboratory, where you invent things.
Yes.
You, a cheerleading, horse-riding, dress-wearing debutante.
Yes.
I want to believe you, Susie, but you know how crazy that sounds.
That's why you can't tell anyone. If people found out, I'd lose everything.
Could it be true? Was Susie Glatz, in fact, a secret nerd genius? Was she really leading a double life?
There's only one way to find out. Susan Quincy Glatz, I'm gonna have to ask you a few questions.
好的。好可爱啊！
Pink bows,
调整一
fluffy
下。
bears, stylish clothes. She can't possibly be a scientist. Do you really expect me to believe that you aren't obsessed with boy bands and the color pink? Brain or bimbo? Which one is it?
I am a scientist. But I also believe in the importance of good skincare and the power of matching accessories.
You sound ridiculous.
Susie couldn't be pretty, popular, and smart. That was just greedy.
Hey.
A gumbolt pin. The Dean was wearing one the day he died.
Could Susie have played a part in the Dean's death? All of Jenny's instincts told her it wasn't possible, but she needed to know for sure.
巧妙。
You smell nice. What perfume is that?
Oh, thanks. It's called Innocent.
I remember you were wearing it last Thursday at the lake.
I was.
What did you do that day, after you left?
Peggy and I took Veronica home. She was really upset.
And you were there all afternoon?
Yes. Why?
How close is Veronica's house to the library?
I don't understand. Why do you want to know all this?
I need to rule you out as a suspect.
Suspect? Why would I be a suspect?
You're certainly very good at keeping secrets.
I didn't do anything. Just ask Peggy or Veronica.
I don't know why you're friends with them. They are terrible character witnesses.
First Veronica, then Keith, and now me. I never thought I'd say this, but sometimes you can be a real jerk.
What were you saying about Keith?
Well, you didn't exactly make things easier for him, did you? You don't remember, do you?
Oh, well, I suppose it wasn't that bad. What do you mean?
After you interrupted the Reverend's eulogy, and after Keith asked you to stop, you tripped and knocked over the Dean's casket, and I guess they hadn't secured the lid properly, because he rolled right out, to horrified gasps, as you collapsed and fell into his open grave. And that's why everyone's so worried about you.
It all came flooding back. She had tried to defend her mum and repair her relationship with Keith. Instead, she had ruined everything. Jenny had lost her best friend.
You should talk to Keith. I'm sure he'll forgive you.
在这里，我先调整一下我的麦克风。它的底噪突然变得好大声，我已经听了好一阵子。然后现在要把它停掉，我看看哦，怎么停？这里吗？好像是。哦，世界安静了，很棒。还有游戏再来，游戏，来了。残忍吗？其实应该要求原
It's not
谅。
that simple. He thinks my mom killed his dad.
She felt the distance between them grow with every passing minute. How could she face him without answers?
I have to find the Dean's real killer.
好啊。
Seeing textbooks strewn about the floor reminded Jenny of something.
My journal! I need to get my stuff back. Where are my clothes?
Oh, Gerald took them.
Who the hell is Gerald?
Our butler.
Of course you have a butler.
He's taken them to be cleaned and pressed. They'll be ready in a few days.
Well, I need them. Now.
I've got a dress that would be perfect for you. It's got purple bows, and the sequins will really bring out the color of your eyes.
有礼貌吧。
No, thank you. I'd rather be burned to death. No one's gonna take me seriously in a purple ball gown. And where's my other stuff? Don't tell me Gerald's got my journal. It's irreplaceable.
Like I'd let that nosy old fool see your diary.
It's not a diary. It's my case notes.
Right, of course. A girl's gotta have a place to keep her secrets. I put all your stuff in the lockbox under my pillows.
Are you kidding me? No wonder my head hurts.
Jenny needed to recover her journal and the Dean's ring, but she wasn't quite finished with Susie.
然后发现哦，不是我的麦克风有底噪，是背景音乐有底噪，就是那个机器的声音，就是那个背景音乐。好难受哦。那是后面的，
All this stuff looks authentic, but that doesn't mean it belongs to Susie. If this is really your lab, what does that thing do?
That's Tim. He's a thermal imaging machine. He uses reflected thermographic projections to infer depth-related topography in subsurface bodies.
Come again?
He lets you see inside stuff.
Well, what about that thing?
That's Judicate, a gamma-ray induction polygraph.
And that?
Hydraulically propelled telemetric manipulator.
And this?
That's a tea set. What? I like to drink tea.
How did you get all this stuff up here anyway? And without being seen?
You'd be surprised how much you can hide on a giant stuffed teddy bear.
I know what's going on here. You've stolen all this stuff. And you're planning to sell it all to buy more fluffy cushions or pink horses or something.
I didn't steal anything. Some of the parts are from my father's factory. The rest I bought with my allowance.
That's some allowance. If you didn't steal it, why are you worried about people finding out?
I'm head cheerleader. I'm captain of the equestrian team. If the other girls knew about this, they'd laugh me all the way to the back of the cafeteria.
Why do you care what they think?
It's not just them. If my parents found out about my lab, they'd kill me.
Why? Don't they want you to be a scientist?
I think they'd like me to marry a scientist. Dad says science is a man's job. Girls are supposed to bake pies and become prom queen.
Ugh, everyone in Arthurton is stuck in the past.
If anyone else showed him the things I've created, he'd call them a genius and make them his lead scientist.
So tell him. Prove him wrong.
I just can't. You have to keep my secret. I'm begging you, Jenny.
Poor Susie. All of her secrets laid bare. Jenny couldn't help but feel...
disgusted.
Maybe there was more to Susie than she had first presumed. Jenny was confident that Susie wasn't involved in the Dean's murder. She wasn't evil.
Just insufferable. All right, I'm gonna grab my stuff and get out of here.
Oh, while you're wandering around, can you find some parts for me? I need a battery and a transistor to finish this device.
What? No!
I did something for you.
It was true. Susie had kept Jenny's journal safe. And the Dean's ring. She'd even revealed her darkest secret to Jenny.
Fine! Enough already! What's a transistor?
Oh! It's an electronic voltage regulator that...
Just tell me what it looks like.
It's a tiny metal object with an antenna and 3 legs. If you can't find one in my bedroom, there are some old boxes in the attic.
Yeah. Transistor and battery. Got it.
Go, Jenny!
I've got to get out of here.
好可爱哦，那个女生好可爱。这东西可以碰吗？叶子，好的好的。
I'm sorry, Mr. Pig, but I need your batteries.
I love you! I love you!
This will only hurt for a second.
Oh.
You're my best friend!
对不起。
Thank you, Pig, for donating your body to science. Now where can I find a transistor?
然后拿那个什么奇怪，
Let's see. Stars, lips, hearts, and beakers. What would a girl like Susie use as a password?
这是什么呢？笑杯吧？对不对？这个不能吗？我还以为你是肯定是这样的。好吧，那出去找一下线索。不能吗？对，好过分哎。
Of course it was the beakers. Clever. My stuff!
那好棒。
Jenny hid the ring in her pocket and flipped through the pages of her journal.
No obvious signs of tampering. At least Susie knows how to mind her own business. Now where can I find a transistor?
对啊。Transistor.
On the other side of the lake, beyond the forgotten forest, sat a more modest house. No fancy windows or crystal chandeliers, just a small wooden frame in need of painting.
Home.
Hmm. 去哪里找了？
I don't have my detective gear to pick the lock. Besides, I can't just walk out in front of Mrs. Glatz.
还是上一层，再试一下。没有。
Bunch of old science fair projects.
They had all been submitted by Anonymous, and they'd all won first prize.
These awards should be hanging on the walls downstairs.
Yeah.
It was sad to see all these marvelous accomplishments hidden away in the attic. Susie wanted so badly to please her parents, to live up to their expectations of what a Glatz girl should be. She never even told them she'd entered the science fairs. 这里。
A tiny metal object with an antenna and 3 legs. Looks like a transistor to me. I'll give this stuff to Susie, and then I'll find a way out of this place.
好的。哎呦，敲到麦克风。我换一下姿势。哎呀，然后这个高一点。做累了。玩游戏不累，做累了。
Here you go.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Now, back to the task at hand. Making my escape.
Don't you want to know what these parts are for?
Only if it will help me get out of here.
Ah! Careful! That's a stick of dynamite! Dynamite?
Oh.
Are you crazy? You could have blown me to bits.
I did say be careful.
What are you making bombs for?
They're not bombs. They're silent explosives.
Silent explosives?
Think about it. Dynamite that doesn't make a sound. Impossible, you say? Not at all. My first breakthrough came when I discovered the unique properties of...
I can use this to blow my way out of here.
Oh.
The explosion might be silent, but I think my mom would notice if part of the house was missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for the show and tell, but it's time for me to go.
And how exactly are you going to leave without being seen?
I'm glad you asked, Susan. I'll be making my exit through the window in the attic. Once I found a way to unlock it.
Oh, you're out of luck there. My parents are super security conscious. All the windows are locked electromagnetically.
Where are the controls?
Downstairs, in Dad's study.
And I can't get there without being seen. Is there some kind of override?
It's impossible to open them from up here, unless there was a total power failure.
Well then, I know exactly what to do.
Okay, well, I'll be here if you need help.
好的。哎，按错了，按错了。找到了，找到了。也不知道现在在哪里，他家在哪里？哦，这里。哦，不是，这里是死人的位置。我们可以看到那无尽湖。哦，不知道在哪。哎呦，按到了。现在干嘛呢？哎呀，哎呀，对不对？回来了，继续，继续，继续。
Complex formulas filled the large chalkboard. Clearly the work of a genius.
Okay, she's secretly smart. We get it. What is all this anyway?
Oh, that? I'm working on a proof to help me pick the perfect prom dress.
You've got to be kidding me.
I know. I'm not sure it can be done either, but I've got to try. It's the biggest decision a girl has to make.
Gross.
好吧，你能按吗？好恐怖！
Robot just tried to kill me.
Oh, be careful. Claude is very fragile.
Fragile? It's enormous.
I haven't finished calibrating him yet. If you want to help, get him to pick some things up and put them down again. He needs the practice. Just don't pick up anything too heavy.
That nice, huh? Okay. 什么？哎，可是它不能放上去的。那你走吧。对，干嘛呢？对不起。
Must have been too heavy.
Please be gentle with Claude. He's only a prototype, and I'm out of replacement parts.
Hmm. 好吧。
Hey! What did you do?
Oh, that's just Maggie. She helps me find things I've dropped on the floor. Why do you have a man's ring?
说实话说谎了。我觉得很多人看过。
It belonged to a friend. I'm taking care of it for him.
But that doesn't make any sense.
I'm telling you the truth.
No, I mean, why would a ring made of gold stick to a magnet? Unless...
There's something more to it. Which of these machines did you say could see inside things?
Excuse me, Tim. We need your help.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. My name is Tim, the thermal imaging machine. Metal, plastic, wood. There's nothing I can't see inside. Except, of course, your innermost thoughts.
Look, I don't need a best friend. I just need him to examine the ring.
Ouch. That hurt my feelings.
Go easy on him. He's quite sensitive.
Ugh. Hi, Tim. Nice to meet you.
Oh, how wonderful it is to meet you, my new friend. How can I be of service?
I need you to look inside something for me.
I'd be delighted to. Please place the object on my soft, velvety platform. Come to me, tiny object of vast mystery and import. Reveal to me your deepest secrets. Swim in my warm bath of gamma rays. I'm peering deeply inside you. Ooh, what's that? Deeper still. I've never seen one of those before. Fascinating. Oh, the wonders I have seen.
Well, spit it out already.
One moment, please, while I paint you a picture of the journey we just shared.
I knew there was something special about this ring. It's full of tiny cogs and gears.
I've never seen such intricate craftsmanship.
I need to borrow your microscope. Tiny buttons hidden in plain sight. Clever. I wonder what they do.
Hey. Oh, 第一个、第二个。
The ring opened up like a flower.
Why would the Dean have a ring like this?
Whatever its true purpose, one thing was clear. This ring was important.
Important enough to kill for? Dean Stroudsbury, what were you involved in?
Did you say Dean Stroudsbury? Whose ring is that really?
Susie had entrusted her deepest, darkest secret to Jenny. The least Jenny could do was be honest with her.
相信
It's the Dean's ring. Well, it was.
You stole the Dean's ring?
Technically, I found it.
Jenny, you've got to turn that into the police. It could be important evidence.
Considering the police think my mom is the Dean's murderer, I certainly won't be handing it over to them.
But what if they ask me about it? I can't lie to them. I'm a terrible liar.
It's not lying. It's just leaving out the parts that don't concern them.
I can't go to jail. My parents will disown me, and my reputation will be ruined.
No one's going to jail, as long as we protect each other. I'll keep your secret, you keep mine.
Like, friends.
Sure. Now go back to whatever mad science experiment you were doing. I've got a window to open.
没钥匙啊。
What does this machine do?
That's Judy Kate. She's a portable lie detector.
Portable? It's 18 feet tall and bolted to the floor.
Yeah, well, I'm still working on that part. But she can detect a lie with 98% accuracy.
That's quite a claim. Let's see.
Good evening, small human child. I am Judy Kate, arbiter of truth, detector of lies. Since this is the first time we have met, I will need to calibrate. To begin, please answer this simple question. What is the meaning of life?
What? How am I supposed to answer that?
Ha! 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 Just kidding.
Oh, sorry. I've been experimenting with her personality chip. She's using humor to build a better rapport with subjects.
Still needs some work.
To begin, please tell me your name.
My name is Jenny LeClue.
Welcome, Jenny LeClue. I am ready to detect. Please speak a truth or a lie.
先说谎话看看这样。
I'm Jenny LeClue, and I'm not afraid of anything.
Oh. 炸掉了。
I think I broke it.
It's okay. Her fuse just tripped. She gets very sensitive if you lie to her, especially if it's a big lie. But don't worry, she'll reset in a minute.
Okay.
Interesting. I've got it!
In the back of Jenny's brilliant mind, a plan was forming.
I know exactly how to get out of here. How can I escape from Glatt's Manor?
看看哦，不要出声的炸药，窗户。
Nope, that's not what I meant. Let me try that again.
但怎么离开？无声炸弹会流动，不行。这个吗？不要透视，然后先火花炸掉。
When I overload the robot arm, it sparks and fuses. And when I lie to Judy Kate, she nearly overloads the power supply. So if I could overload them at the same time, then I might be able to short the power and open the window in the attic.
But Jenny couldn't operate both machines by herself.
是有新朋友啊，有朋友。
Susie? Yes? I need your...
help.
Asking Susie for help was worse than having a tooth pulled out.
I need you to do something.
Of course. What can I do to help?
I didn't say I needed your help.
Oh, sorry.
I don't owe you anything.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
Go stand by Judy, Kate.
All right. But why?
No time for questions. Just wait for my instructions.
让我去拿那个杆杆。
Susie, are you ready?
Welcome back, Susie Glatz. I am ready to detect. Please speak a truth or a lie.
Okay, I'm ready. What should I do now?
Just hold on until I give the signal.
The robot arm strained under the weight of the giant metal object.
Okay, Susie. Tell a lie. And make it a big one.
Oh, okay. A big lie. Ooh, I've got just the thing. I'm wearing black socks.
That was a lie.
No, Susie. A big lie. Something terrible.
I'm just no good at lying.
Tell Judy, Kate, you killed Dean Stroudsbury.
What? That's horrible. I can't say that.
Do you want to help or not?
Yes, but...
Then hurry up and say it.
Okay. I killed the Dean?
Louder!
I killed the Dean.
Bigger!
I killed Dean Stroudsbury.
Say it like you mean it!
I murdered Dean Stroudsbury. I bashed his brains in. Now I danced on his grave.
Wow. That was messed up.
Oh my gosh. I'm a horrible person.
As Susie Glatz contemplated every bad thing she'd ever done in her life, Jenny heard the unmistakable sound of success.
It worked.
苏西，你要跟我走吗？走哦。
Jenny! You can't leave now. It's past curfew.
Watch me.
Well, you can't go out wearing pajamas.
I'm not playing dress up with you while my mom is trapped in jail for a crime she didn't commit. The real killer is still out there.
And what if you find him? What then?
Jenny paused. She hadn't thought that far ahead.
Aren't you scared?
Of course Jenny was scared, but she would never admit that to Susie.
My mom always says, a great detective shows courage in the face of danger. Now is the time to be courageous.
Well, let me help you. We can work out a plan together.
Sorry, Susie, but I work alone.
At least take this with you then. So we can stay in touch.
Oh, 介绍。
Fine, I'll take it. But don't call me. I'll call you.
Okay.
Okay, good luck. And be careful. There's still a killer out there.
I'll be fine.
Jenny, you won't tell anyone about my lab, right?
Only if you cover for me.
Of course. I'm always here for you. We're going to be best friends, Jenny LeClue. I just know it.
Sure. Right after I sign up for cheerleading.
To catch a real killer, Jenny needed her detective gear. But that was at home, across town and swarming with police. It wasn't wise to travel through town after curfew. To avoid being caught, she'd have to find another way home. Excellent, thought Jenny. Time to exercise my sneaking muscles.
Ui, 这么大声。
Jenny paused at the edge of the roof, her teeth chattering in the chill wind. Below her, Lake Nowhere glowed eerily in the darkness. From this vantage point, she could see all the way to the lighthouse at the center of the lake. Only the wealthiest families in Arthurton could afford such spectacular views.
If I cross the lake, it's just a short stroll through the Forgotten Forest to my house.
But navigating the lake at night was not an easy task. Many accomplished sailors had met their doom on the ragged rocks of Bear Claw Bend.
Well, I've already worked out a way across. Time to get off this roof before someone spots me. Damn it! Think fast, Jenny.
Uh-oh.
And just like that, Jenny was gone. Her first great adventure cut short before it had begun.
I'm right here. Just hanging around.
我家猫又出现了。我刚摸了它一下，因为它跑了。
That's the way to Main Street. I can't risk being caught by the sheriff or his goons. The safest way home is across the lake.
Oh, 好乖哦，妈妈不乖，要回来了。
What's that sound? I want to check out that mysterious paper airplane first.
哎呦。
True believer, I am the one you seek. I swim in the shadows of giants that stir beneath an eerie silence. Follow the path, reach the truth.
What a curious and cryptic message. Was it meant for her? And who had written it? Friend or foe?
This could be from the killer.
But it was far too dangerous to find out.
I have to find out.
And so she decided to ignore the message and carry on to her house.
There's no way I'm ignoring the case of the mysterious message.
The SS Susie. A gift from Susie's father as a thank you for preparing his lunch one day.
This'll get me across the lake in no time.
Unfortunately, the boat didn't belong to her.
I'll just borrow it for a couple of hours. They won't even notice it's gone.
But borrowing something without asking first was just stealing.
It's always easier to ask for forgiveness than wait for permission.
Of course, the boat needed a key.
Jeez, nobody trusts anyone these days. There must be some other way to start the engine. I bet I can hotwire the boat if I get this panel off.
Risk of electric shock. It was far too dangerous.
I love danger.
现在要可以了。 要卡住了。动不了。对的。那么卡住。哦。好难退哦。
Damn, this one's stuck.
Foiled at the last moment by a rusty screw. Oh well, time to turn back.
There's only one screw left. I can just pry the panel back.
And so she very carefully pulled on the panel.
Wow, looks complicated.
Far too complicated for a child to even attempt.
Mom always says, a great detective focuses on the solution, not the problem. It looks like I can bypass the ignition by turning the dials until all the lights are illuminated. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Oh.可以吗？当然。你都这样吗？红的。
I did it!
Jenny had found a way to cross the lake, but she was still a long way from home. She pulled out her journal and plotted a course.
First, I'll navigate my way around Skull Island. Next, I'll sail up the river to the Almaston Bridge. Then it's just a short stroll through the Forgotten Forest. And finally, home.
Home.
Got it. Let's go.
先在这里储存一下，刚刚储存了，所以现在是到多少了？ 第11章。我刚刚本来打算玩到10就停了，好吧，11章刚开始。那今天直播就到这儿，因为我猫咪来了，我跟它睡觉觉，它来了，在我脚边睡觉，所以我必须陪它一起睡。好，那应该明天吧，明天会继续玩这个游戏。对，那就明天见，拜拜。